Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson. We have a great show for you today. And, you know, it is May, so that means we have our special guest, Gloria Carrillo. Welcome, Gloria.
Thank you so much, Georgia. Thank you.
And we know that Cinco de Mayo is just around the corner.
It is. It's coming up this next Saturday, May the 3rd. We're starting off with a wonderful parade, and it's going to be at a different location. It's at Northeast 17th and East Main.
Northeast 17th. Now, what is a good landmark there?
Well, we're going to be, all of our VIPs, our elected officials, the parking lot on the north side of Immaculate Conception is where you need to go.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent.
And they would be lining up all along the street and onto Main Street and wind up at City Hall Plaza.
Now, the Cinco de Mayo parade just keeps expanding, doesn't it?
Yes, yes it does. Last year there were 3,500 people in the parade, and that's not including the people on the sides of the road and watching the parade.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's so much more than a parade, though. Tell
Yes.
us what else we can expect.
We can expect all sorts of entertainment, food, all sorts of school districts that will be participating in the parade. It's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. We're going to highlight our scholarship winners on stage. We're awarding 21 students a total of $46,000 in scholarships this year.
Wow.
Yes.
What a landmark. And how many years have we been doing this?
This is our 37th anniversary. And we still
37.
have our original people that started sponsoring this event still with us.
Yes.
Yes.
What a great event. And, you know, we have the parade, and as you
Yes.
said, vendors, they could get all kinds of food.
All kinds of.
And when you say vendors, that kind of lights up my brain about shopping.
Absolutely.
We can shop for all kind of fun things there too.
Yes, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We've got all sorts of food vendors. We've got elotes, we've got fajitas, we've got tacos, we've got all kinds of, we have the paleteros, the ice cream vendors. So it's going to be a great day.
Now the parade will start at what time?
At 10 o'clock. Lineup is at 8:30 in the morning.
And then it starts at 10.
At 10,
Goes
yes.
West on Main Street.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All the way down on Main Street until we get to City Hall Plaza.
City Hall
Then we'll
Plaza.
be disbanding there and enjoying all of the festivities that day.
Yes, and as the parade ends, that's when we go to your main stage
Yes.
for the presentation.
That is correct. We will be introducing our elected officials. We will be introducing our scholarship winners, and we've got some, oh my goodness, the young people that applied for our scholarship, they are so outstanding. I mean, it's just, not only are they brainy, but they work in our community. They work outside hours to earn money for themselves and for their family. They're just absolutely outstanding students. GPISD is doing a great job.
Isn't that wonderful to be
Yes.
able to say that?
Yes.
And to be able to see it in action with those
Yes,
students.
Yes, we were all blown away, the whole committee, and every year we say, you know, they can't be any better than they were last year, and every year they are, and every year we try to raise more money because education is not free, so we have to see what we can do to help them.
Absolutely. And Gloria, you mentioned your committee.
Yes.
Is there anyone that's really helping you this year?
We have a wonderful committee. You know, of course, we've got Basamo Day with Jack in the Box. He was one of the people that started this event. He's still with us. City Councilman John Lopez. John is an incredible person that is involved with our committee. Araceli Mercado with Judge Fight, Century 21 Judge Fight. She's been in charge of the vendors, and she's done a great job. All of these jobs are so important. We have somebody working on the booklet, someone working on the vendors, someone working on, there's so many different segments to this event. We start out in January, and it takes us all of August to finish up everything.
Yes,
So,
and Gloria, even though it's almost here, is there anything you still need, or is there any way they can contact you if they wanted to help or be a sponsor?
We don't have any more sponsorship
available.
We don't have that. And if you want to be a vendor, you need to, by Wednesday of next week, Araceli Mercado with Century 21, Judge Fight can talk to you and see if she can find an extra tent for you. But we're just about full on everything. Our books are going to be ready tomorrow. So we'll be putting them out in the community so that you can see the scholarship winners. The art contest, oh my goodness, the art is incredible again this year. I always want to go and buy every piece for my office.
Where can we see the art?
The art will be in the book, and it's also being featured. We may feature it at the Uptown Theater.
Oh, that would be great.
Yes.
That's always a lovely place, and we like to see what's happening in the art world.
The artwork is incredible. I mean, our students are so talented. They really are. And Mary Cavazos with Grand Prairie High School, who's been doing art for years, she is such an incredible mentor to these students that are interested in art. And the work shows it.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Gloria, I know you have history. You started the very first Cinco, correct? 37 years ago?
37 years ago with Besamo Day and Gus Porras. We started it then. Jerry DeBoe was the one that encouraged me way back and gave us our first grant for us to start Cinco de Mayo. And we expanded it to where we started including, we have Rooms to Go. We have PepsiCo. For the first time has come in as a sponsor to our event.
That's great.
We have Traders Village. The whole front of our book will have all of the sponsors listed so that you can see the community involvement in Cinco de Mayo. It would not happen without our school, without our city, without our business community. So we're excited. We're looking forward to next Saturday.
I love it when we have a joint event with different entities getting together to make something fabulous happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have to work together. That's the only way that we can make success of such an event like this.
That's right, and I love your history because I know my mother was a judge at one time for many years. And was a big supporter, and now I get to be in the parade or enjoy it myself. So
absolutely, Miss Ruthie was one of our first supporters of this event. She came to me and she was after me to do something for the 16th of September, and I said, Miss Ruthie, I can't do that too.
We can't do it all, but she always had a good idea.
She had some great ideas. Yeah, she had an incredible energy and love for our community.
Yes, and Gloria as well, so do you, and we appreciate you and all that you do, the many contributions to our city, and we always look forward to Cinco de Mayo. So thank you for getting us up to date. Remind us the date and the time.
It is this coming Saturday, May the 3rd, which is also Election Day.
Yes.
Yes, it's Election Day, and we're starting at 17th and East Main. Line up at 8:30, and there's no assigned position. First come. The people that come first come will be further up in the front of the parade.
Excellent.
It's going to be led by the South Grand Prairie ROTC. And our Grand Marshal is Carl Juarez from Rooms to Go. Our Deputy Grand Marshal is Lieutenant Mark Tedonio. So we're so excited.
Oh, that is wonderful. A salute to our police department.
Absolutely. And our committee members, you know, Justin Ross, he's been with our committee, Emily Linares, Kelly Edelman, all of these people, Eugenia Padilla, Araceli Mercado, all of these people, Miss Susana Ramirez.
Yes.
Susana is in charge of the parade.
Yes.
And so our committee is huge. Joanna Cardoza with Jack in the Box and Cadoba. We've got probably 26 people that work on this committee throughout the year. So we're excited.
It's a big job, and it sounds like you've got it ready to go and very organized. So thank you, Gloria.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Our committee has been responsible for awarding right at $500,000 in scholarships to Grand Prairie students, and our goal is to continue doing it until you know, we can't.
Until it's run its course, yes. But thank you for all that you do and your contributions.
Thank you.
And may God bless you in all of your endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
so
dear.
much for having us here.
Yes.
Yes.
And we'll be right back.
Grand Prairie is changing the schedule for garbage and recycling pickups. Starting October 2nd, garbage pickups north of Warrior Trail will be on Tuesday and Friday. Garbage pickup south of Warrior Trail will be on Monday and Thursday. And recycling pickups will change to Wednesday for the entire city. For more information about the new pickup schedule, visit gptx.org.
Welcome back, and welcome to one of our favorite guests, Peter Syme with the fabulous library in Grand Prairie, Texas. Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
Always, and we always have you here because there's always something happening at the library, right?
Yes, there is.
Now, we're approaching summertime, so what do we have to look forward to, Peter?
Well, we have our summer reading club, and this summer our theme is Color Our World. Our whole theme over the summer is to explore your own creativity, and nothing inspires being creative like reading a book.
Excellent. So color your world.
Our world.
Our world.
Color Our World.
Excellent. We're being inclusive.
Yes.
I love that.
With learning, literacy, and fun for everyone.
And creative. Okay. If I want to be in the summer reading club, or if I want to get my grandchildren involved, how do I do that?
Well, the best way to get started with that is to come to our summer reading kickoff, which is May 31st, Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 12. That's when we'll first start getting everybody signed up. It's really great this year because we have reading logs like we've had in the past, but we've also added Beanstack app. So for those people who are more digitally inclined, they'll be able to record their hours of reading through the app, as well as filling out our traditional paper logs. But that day we're going to have all kinds of creative activities, arts, we'll have dancing, we'll have a community art project. So please come out to the main library on Saturday, May 31st, 10 a.m. to 12 to get started on summer.
Yes, and that is always so much fun. I remember one time you had superheroes there.
Yes.
Or people in costumes. It makes it so much fun for the
It's
kids.
a great active day.
Yes, and so that will be a busy day. Will there be any snacks?
I'm not sure about that yet.
I have
I'll get
to ask
snacks
about.
for you.
I have to ask about the important things.
That's right.
But we know with the library there are usually bubbles.
Yes, and we'll definitely have bubbles.
Yes.
In fact, we have one of our big Friday programs. All our Friday programs, we have one big program each week on Fridays that goes to all three locations, Maine, Shotwell Library, and the Warmack Library. And this year, each theme is the art of. So there's the art of science, the art of music, and the art of bubbles is one of our Friday programs
yay.
this year.
I will love that one. That's very festive. It's
Yes.
like a party all the time if you have bubbles.
Amazing. Everybody loves bubbles.
Yes, and I'm so glad you're taking each one to each of the three locations.
Yes, because we don't want anybody to feel like they have to drive a far distance. We want to bring those big programs so they're within close proximity of all our citizens.
Yes. Okay. Now you've told us, number one, how to get involved if we want to be in the summer reading program.
Yes.
Is there an age limit for that?
No, this is what's really great about the Summer Reading Club. One purpose of it is to help kids who are still in school keep from sliding back between school sessions, right? We don't want anybody to keep learning, keep your literacy fresh so you're good for the next semester. But it's also just a great bonding experience because Summer Reading Club is for kids, teens, and adults. So the entire family can bond along reading books and turning in their logs. You get prizes, if you turn in your logs.
Yes.
You get prizes when you turn in a log, or if you're a teen or adult, you're entered for a grand prize. So there's all that motivation there, but it's keeping those literacy skills fresh and giving the family something to do together.
Yes, I think that is so exciting, and it starts with a kickoff on May 31st.
Yes.
And goes through when?
Through July. And then if you'll look on our website at gptx.org/library, in a couple of weeks you'll see our guide will be up on the website, and you'll be able to look at it there, plus all our schedules of all our activities.
That's what I was going to ask next. It's how do I find out when to go to one of the three locations for the activities?
So each Friday, those programs will be listed in the guide, and it'll tell you which ones. Like I said, we've got art of music, art of science, art of dance, art of bubbles. Check those out. But each building will have its own unique schedule of programs as well. So the best way to keep up with that is through our website, on our guide, and there'll also be a calendar there for you to see.
Yes, that's excellent. Now, if I'm in the summer reading program and I want to go to one of the mobile libraries, may I do that?
Sure.
So
Come get your books. Come check out your books. Remember, we have our stops every week. You can see those on the website as well. You know, all 6 districts have their own neighborhood library now. We're there once a week. You can pick up holds, turn in your logs, do all those kinds of things.
And I was so impressed when I saw the mobile libraries. They even have computers and printers.
Yes, they do. So you can come out. It's also got Wi-Fi. So
Yes.
the Wi-Fi stretches out about 20 feet around the vehicles, and people can get on the Wi-Fi. We've got printers. And most important, during the summer, they are air conditioned.
Yes, yes, that is important. Well, Peter, this is so exciting. And I know you said that the 31st, May the 31st, our kickoff for summer reading
Yes.
club is going to be at the
Main library at
library.
901 Conover Drive.
And will it still be under construction at that time?
Maybe.
We just don't know?
Not quite sure yet. The goal is still
Sure.
to not be, but we might still be under construction, but the program, as they say, will go on.
Yes, we can pivot with whatever the construction elements are at
That
the
is
time.
we are fully prepared. Remember, all the programs are free. It's free for you to come check out books. A great time to use your library, so please come see us. We love helping everybody, so please come in. It'll be a joy to help you.
And they really do. He's not just saying that. He is a really wonderful public servant and involved in many community events and projects as well. So thank you so much, Peter, for all you do and for what you offer the citizens of Grand Prairie.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us here today.
Of course. And we'll be right back.
Do you hear that?
Yes! What is it?
Mosquitoes!
They're coming!
Defend yourself!
Fight the fight!
Protect yourself against the West Nile virus. Use insect spray with DEEP. Wear long sleeves and pants. Drain anything with standing water.
Stop the water!
Cover me!
Get more information at gptx.org/fightthebite.
Welcome back, and welcome to our next guest, Cindy Mendez, who used to be Environmental Department. Cindy, welcome.
Thank you, Georgia. It's
Now,
pleasure to be here.
Tell us what your department has been renamed.
Well, we are now Public Health and Environmental Quality.
And that sounds like a little short title, but it includes so much. Tell us what all that includes with the city, Cindy.
Well, we felt like we couldn't put the name together and shorten it up because people affiliate public health and environmental quality as performing different activities. And we
Yes.
do, but we all do it for public health and environmental protection. So on the public health side of things, we do permitting and inspections of all of our retail food facilities. That includes food manufacturers, food warehousing. Anybody who's selling food to the public for consumption is regulated. We also permit and inspect child care centers, public swimming pools, and issue temporary food permits. So if you go out to a festival in Grand Prairie, we have already reviewed their credentials, and a lot of times we'll be on site to do inspections at those festivals to ensure that public health is protected.
Yes, we're making sure everybody's safe, right?
Exactly.
And what else would you like to add to that?
Well, on the environmental quality side of things, we do everything from compliance for our drinking water system, meaning we have staff in the field every day who's checking the water quality and doing bacteriological samples. We monitor all of our stream segments monthly, and we permit and inspect gas wells in industrial facilities and automotive shops. So there's quite a bit of facilities that are regulated by our department, but we're really it's really important for us not just to inspect and regulate, but also to educate, because the best way to get compliance is through education.
Yes, and how do you educate our citizens?
Well, for our citizens, we hold several events throughout the year that focus on public health, health fairs. We have a health fair coming up May 10th called a Mother's Day celebration. It's really for moms-to-be and new moms to help them understand some of the health impacts that happen during the first year of life.
Right.
And we'll bring in other partners in the community. They may be hospital systems, they may be local charities, and others who can help us accomplish that task.
Right, and that's at Asia Times Square, correct?
This year, yes, it will be at Asia Times Square on May 10th from 9 to noon.
Now, Cindy, you mentioned so many important things that all relate to environmental and health and just keeping us safe and making sure everything is clean, including water and where we eat and such as that. What do you think is the most vital thing that you all do, your department does?
Well, there's maybe a few things. We have a saying in our department, drinking water is our highest priority. And that is something we have to be cognizant of every single day. There's a lot of rules and requirements, and it impacts everybody's health. So drinking water is very important internally as far as what we're doing every day. Another really important topic is, of course, mosquito control.
Yes.
And I hadn't mentioned that yet. It's something that both public health and environmental quality oversees because, of course, mosquitoes carry diseases that we're concerned about. And then, of course, how we control those mosquitoes affects the quality of the environment.
Yes. And like you said, it's important to educate. What do you think that the average citizen needs to know to control the mosquito population?
Right, and so most health departments follow the 4 Ds, and these are the most effective things that people can do, right? Of course, first of all, defend. Defend yourself against mosquitoes. When you leave the house, make sure that you spray yourself with DEET or another EPA-approved repellent. You know, you want to dress properly, long sleeves, light long sleeves. When you're going to be out and about in places where there are a lot of mosquitoes, also limit your activities at dusk and dawn, because mosquitoes, they kind of hide in the real heat of the day in bushes and stuff. But
yes,
if you're out doing yard work at 7 a.m., chances are you got the ankle biters, right?
They're ready for breakfast and dinner.
And dinner.
Breakfast and dinner, but when it's so hot out in between, that's the best time to get out. And I'm glad you mentioned sprays, because they even offer some natural sprays now that are a little bit safer, as long as we're talking about health and environment. They just have to make themselves aware of those as well.
Right, so those organic type of repellents are things that contain citronella, and that mosquitoes don't like the way they smell.
Right, and there are certain plants you can plant around your doors, etc., that make them go away, and we'll let them Google that.
For sure.
For their plants.
But probably the most important thing people can do around their houses is to drain. Like if you have buckets or flower plants or other containers that hold water, it's really important to, and even dog bowls, you know, you need to change those out really regular to keep water fresh, because mosquitoes love to lay eggs in what we call dirty water.
Yes.
Stinky water. And that's actually how we trap mosquitoes.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's the hardest thing for me to remember, because when it rains, I love putting out a bucket to gather some rainwater, but then I need to remember to empty it out very quickly, because we do not want to invite mosquitoes.
Exactly.
Now, Cindy, you mentioned our drinking water. Now, when I drive by and I see the fire hydrants spewing water out, and I know we're trying to conserve water, what is that accomplishing?
Well, there's two things that accomplish. Number one, there are state requirements that we this is the right word for it, we open hydrants and
Yes.
flush out our dead ends in the system once a month. So that is a state requirement. Even if we're conserving water, it's important that we don't allow water to lose the chlorine residual. The other reason why we may open fire hydrants is because we don't have a good chlorine residual, and we want to get the older water out and bring fresher water into the system.
Yes.
So it is for water quality reasons that we do flush the hydrants.
Yes, and I know that sometimes if they're not flushed, if they're stagnant, some bacteria could possibly build up there. So that's a good reason to do that, to keep
Exactly.
us safe and healthy. Cindy, are there any other amenities that your department offers our citizens? Do you have anything that happens on a regular basis that they might take advantage of?
Certainly. So one of the things that we do is we collect household hazardous waste. It's important that, well, first of all, we should only buy what we're going to consume. When we buy extra, the waste has to go somewhere. And so we don't want it down our drains. It's corrosive. It can be corrosive for your pipes. If it's grease, it could cause clogs in home plumbing or the city's sewer lines. And we don't want it in our landfill, because the landfill collects water at the very bottom called leachate that's pumped out. And we don't want that water to become hazardous as well. So taking care of household hazardous waste is one of the important things we do for the environment. There are a lot of products on the market now. If you have leftover paint, you can buy something it's called paint hardener, that you can put into your gallon container and it will dry it up. Latex paint is non-hazardous. You can then put it in your regular trash. But of course, any kind of leftover chemicals from pools, pesticides, herbicides, we do collect those kind of items. Now, another thing that we do is we have a program called Get Fit GP, and it is our public health outreach. And I encourage everybody to sign up and do a pledge, and you'll get a monthly newsletter that kind of has a health topic for the month, and also lets you know all the events in the city that are happening that have to do with health or fitness. And so through that program, through that initiative, we have Cycling with the Mayor that will happen May
It happens
through
each
October,
month.
right? It happens each month through Prairie Lights in November, right? And then we have other events like the Mother's Day celebration. We'll have a Pink Out celebration in October to try and reach all the different citizens and encourage them to improve their health.
Yes, and I love that program, that aspect of your department, because staying healthy is priceless.
It is.
It is priceless, and it does take effort and it does take education. So we're so thankful for your department who helps us, it helps educate us and give us opportunities to be healthier and safer. And I know we could go on and talk a long time because your department covers a huge spectrum of services, and we appreciate you so much. And one shout out to your department. I know you have many wonderful people that help you. Before we close, who all helps you in your department?
Well, my staff is wonderful.
Yes.
And I'm thankful for all of them, from all of our technicians who go out and collect the samples. Bryce Goen, Caitlin Parker, we have Kyle Babina, we have our health staff, Sheriff
Warner.
Richardson, Warner Rodriguez,
Jody.
Jody Kaysen on our environmental staff, Christopher Wilson, Eric Straw. They all take so much pride in what we do here in Grand Prairie.
Yes, and we're so appreciative. So please tell them, give them our best and tell them thank you for serving us so well. And Cindy, thank you for all that you do. You're very special. I appreciate you so much personally and as a department head for the city of Grand Prairie.
Thank you, Georgia.
Thank you, dear.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Georgia Clemson, reminding you it's happening in Grand Prairie.